Right back, Charlie's definitely.
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian. Man. Come on. As the big man Ian Wright said there, happy Friday, people. People deluded, I'm back again. Big up you lot for tuning in, whether on YouTube or Twitch. YouTube gang, please smash the like button now. Arsenal got Everton, and then after that, we got Real Madrid. We're going to go over Mikel Arteta's press conference. This will be a quicker stream because I've got a stream at 7 p.m. with I can't remember when I've done so many streams today, but either way, I'm going to be popping up somewhere. So yeah, man, bless you lot all tuned in. Hope you've all had a great week. Hope the weekend is great, and hope every day, week, month, year is great and prosperous for you and your families. People, appreciate you lot in a day and age where there's more YouTubers and more YouTube channels than we can count. The ones of you that are tuned in and rocking with the guy, it means the world, people. So if I share my screen and crack on with business again, any talking points, all those kind of things, let the guy know. And what I need to do is actually, because I can't, well, you lot wouldn't see because you're not streamers in it, but how do I make this make sense? Like the back end pause of the YouTube stream in it. So yeah, now I can see that that's all cool. Don't forget, we're back where the watch alongs are concerned tomorrow. Now you can see, I can't lie, you know what, for anyone that cares, I can't lie, the Lil Durk album, I'm late to the news. It was apparently this came out 7 days ago. I can't lie, Lil Durk is cold, but yeah, man. Quick cast Arsenal news. Raya won save, or better yet, Raya wins Premier League save of the month against Manchester United. We all saw that brilliant save. He reacted very well from the mistake he made, people. You look at the amount of injuries, you know, it's crazy, isn't it? Tommy Asu's missed 55 games, Gabriel Jesus 27, Benjamin White 26, Calafiori 23, Saka 23, Kai Havertz 23. Pardon me, I think they're forcing it with Kieran Tierney here, but Kieran Tierney 18, Odegaard 15, same as Gabriel Magalhaes. We're all aware now that he got his hamstring injury against Fulham and then obviously had to come off, and he's having surgery, and you would have seen via his Instagram post, and I'm sure Mikel Arteta spoke on it. Gabriel Magalhaes is one thing, Zinchenko is another with 13 games missed, Timber has missed 12, Mikel Merino's missed 11. So it is wonderful that we're still second, but that's all that matters really and truly. Like, it doesn't mean anything more than that. We finished second. What does that mean? Or we're on course to. Not that anybody cares, but one tonic that we can drink is how shit Spurs are. You know, I think they're on course to probably lose about 20 Premier League games, people, and we've now made it 3 consecutive Premier League seasons we finished above them. But we don't look at our little neighbours down the lane. We're not trying to be like them. If some of you lot were hoping that Real Madrid would be missing players, Ben Jacobs has reported that Antonio Rudiger, Kylian Mbappe, Dani Ceballos, who I think will score against us, and Vinicius can all play against Arsenal in the Champions League following a UEFA investigation into their conduct. Football's gone too woke. No disciplinary proceedings were opened against Vinicius Jr. Rudiger was fined 40,000 euros, and Mbappe 30,000, and Ceballos 20. Mbappe and Rudiger also both banned for 1 UEFA game, but the suspension is not immediately enforced and subject to a probationary period of 1 year. So they basically got a suspended sentence. Fair enough, man. It would be nice for Rudiger and Mbappe to miss out. Football's decided at both ends. Rudiger's a mentality monster. Killing Mbappe is killing Mbappe, innit? Now, Mikel Arteta, big up yourself, Hyper, man. Smash the like button, folks. Mikel Arteta said, Ricky is not fit as well. In the last week or so, we lost 4 players. Let's see how Ben and Timber are tomorrow, people. Again, there's an injury update. Gabriel Magalhaes requires surgery on the hamstring injury he sustained against Fulham on Tuesday. Obviously, this ends prematurely his current season, 24-25. Again, it is what it is, people. But as we have done throughout the past 9 months, he wants the squad to find new ways to get results. This sounds great, but it's incompetence. Especially now we're in the business end of the season, where only the Champions League is the business we've got, and still with a shout of European success ahead of a mouth-watering Champions League quarterfinal against Real Madrid, and with Premier League points still up for grabs. Reflecting on Gabriel's setback, it was a tough one to digest because we just got Bakayo back and then we lost Gabby, so it was tough. But the team reacted like it has all season. I'm really proud of that. And we know that he's going to be out for a while. So we need to find different solutions and keep competing the way we have been all season. We've come so far, and now we have the most important, beautiful part of the season. We have to react to those things, and that means that other players are going to have opportunities to play, and the team has to find other ways. It's a big miss, undoubtedly, but we have the resources to cope with it. We might do on the face of it, but is Tomiyasu fit? Is Benjamin White fit? Is Timber fit? Is Calafiori fit? Do you want to put Partey right back? Do you want to put Declan Rice centre half? And if you want to do any of the last 2 points, what's going on in midfield? Maybe you don't have the answers to this, but between last summer, January, we know what we needed to do. Yeah, it's been unlucky with injuries and that, but how far does the unluck go? Of course, there's been an element of unluck. You couldn't write this up, but did we put our best foot forward? Did we improve the starting 11 and by default make couple man squad players? Yeah, we got good fees for Ramsdale, which the goalie thing, I'm forcing it, but Ramsdale, Nketiah, Smith Rowe, did we replace them? Did we hold on to them? Did we bring in players? The January market, Saka got injured in December. We still wasn't acting or looking on course. The media people were telling us that we're not going to sign anyone. Gabriel Jesus' injury kind of spurred them into action. Now, granted, we don't know on the back burners moves that Arsenal tried to get done. But whether it was Premier League loans, where obviously could have made Neto's move permanent and got someone in the Prem, foreign loans, all of these things, accelerating summer plans, which in hindsight probably never were going to do with Berta coming in and he weren't there at the time. We didn't do anything. If nothing changes, nothing changes. We can't act like woe is me. And I do think everyone thinks for us, but more the new age fans, yeah, people just think everything has to go right for Arsenal to win a title. And what I mean by that is there's no injuries, players that have shown form continue, there's no refereeing issues, and then we keep it moving. When has anyone, think about your lives, because I know it's mine. When has anyone had a goal and there's been no spanners in the works? And that's what makes accomplishments even more beautiful, setbacks and reacting to it. It's long, bro. It's long. Big up Hendon Gooner, man, because you don't also support me. I see you in all the chats, man. Good evening, Deluded Gooner, and all in the chat and watching. Can Arsenal field a squad of 16 or so for the match against Everton? But I wish I had answers. I don't know if there's going to be rotation. I arguably don't know if we can make rotations. Big up Dark. Smash the like button. What's up, DG Nation? It's your boy Dortmund fan, number something million. There's no such thing as a perfect season, just a season with obstacles to overcome. Henry, you get it. You get it, innit? This is why I must admit, making content is exhausting because you've either got the bare negative thing or the people that find excuses for anything. But people like yourself and other people that are probably silently listening, you give me some hope. It's never perfect. And even if, even if it was perfect, even if we had the same season now, from what I'm about to say, I would have said, fair enough. You know what? If we increase the depth, done what we needed to do in the summer, if we had all of these injuries, I would say unlucky. There is an element of unluck, and I'm not a fly on the wall, but there's been a lot of games in the last 2 years, let alone this year. Bare these players have played football. And as mad as it is to say, a couple of these, Saka, it doesn't surprise me. Saka, Benjamin White, Gabriel, Magalhaes, Kai Havertz, they owed these injuries, if I'm completely honest with you. And there's also the flip side of that. Mikel Arteta rightly said a few months ago, when you've got a compact fixture calendar list, you can't really train, and that affects things. So we're kind of damned if we do, damned if we don't. And Arteta's experienced enough these players. Well, not even the players, but the coaching staff, the medical staff. This isn't nothing new. Anyone understands this. Man said fried bacon and eggs now. We don't eat bacon over here, man. Smash the like button. But remember, failing to plan is planning to fail. And the debacle that was last summer's transfer window laid the seeds for the failure this season. Exactly. You can't stand in the rain and complain you're wet. Riley, one love. We're rolling up. Kevin De Bruyne is in our zoots today. He's done enough damage to this league. Big up Kevin De Bruyne. Like, he's a legend in that, but you pushed my manager and you was very disrespectful. When we were proper shit, you was very disrespectful. You was probably the most disrespectful City player, actually. You used to do some madness against my team. So enjoy your semi-retirement. I reckon he goes MLS. I don't think he'll go Saudi. Go get paid if you want to go Saudi, but MLS, the World Cup next year is going to be in Mexico, Canada, and America. It makes sense for someone of Kevin De Bruyne's stature to go over there. How much depth did people think we had? I don't know. Hope we take Gabby's time off to nail down a new contract for him. The ending of the game yesterday against Chelsea was wild. They were letting their players have it, and Ange was too scared to go over to the away fans. Of course, he had to eat humble pie. No pork on my fork. He's an idiot. You're doing that. VAR was like, yeah. And even with him, even him, yeah, the way he is now speaking. Remember the first game against Arsenal, like, let's just get on with it, mate. We just get on with it. Now look at what's going on. Funny. So yeah, it was a difficult one to digest, as the gaffer said. We've come so far, and now we have the most important. Oh, sorry, we've already read that. Scrolling all the way down, we need a new defensive partner. We know exactly what's going on. Ricky is not fit, and that means in the last week or so we have lost 4 players, and that's obviously a big task. But let's see how Ben and Jurrien are tomorrow. There's a chance they could be fit. That's it. We must keep playing and competing in the way we've been. Probably a bit of mind games from the manager. You'd imagine he knows damn well if Timber or Ben White can play 90 minutes or any part of that game. And again, moving into Real Madrid, of course, on the best of days, Arteta plays a bit of mind games, really. We have a few of those calls, so we're going to decide this evening or tomorrow, very early in the morning, which players we can play and for how long. Especially, there are a few options on the table, how far we have to go down that route. Hopefully not that deep, but there are always options. Pardon me, Arteta has said he's very excited to be back at the Goodison, people. And big up David Moyes as well. He spent 6 years there, almost as long as he's been at the club. Yeah, shout out Everton, shout out Mikel Arteta, but that's not for us. It's business as usual. So we've gone over that. We've gone over that. We've gone over that. We've gone over that. On whether we would risk them with Real Madrid up next. The problem is that we have a few of those calls, so we're going to have to decide this evening or tomorrow, very early in the morning, which players we can play and for how long. On playing more players out in unusual positions. There are a few on the table. Oh, we've gone over that. On Bakayo, do you not think Saka's going to start? Smash the like button. Do you not think Saka starts against Everton? Or if he starts, do you think it's a thing where he gets 45 to an hour and then he's subbed? Or does he get 20 minutes, 30 minutes or more, and then they risk him against Real Madrid? I don't know. The only focus now, it's like always, after coming through a difficult situation, a really nice one can appear. I think all the hard work and all the difficult moments he had in the last 4 months, they were paid off just by receiving that love, that support, and the admiration from all our people. On how long Saka could play for against Everton to get ready for Madrid, the only focus now is on what we have to do. We know how tough Goodison Park is, and we've experienced it. Every team that goes there struggles, and tomorrow we're going to have to be really strong. The best way to prepare for Real Madrid is to win and playing really well tomorrow. Obviously, it's going to be special, and big up the gaffer. Do your thing. I don't big up Everton. That's you lot's love language, innit? I don't really care about none of that. Oh, gosh. 1 second, people. I'm getting an alert on my Ring doorbell. 30 seconds, people. I think my Amazon package is here. But yeah, smash the like button. Let me know what I've gone. Told you 30 seconds, folks. Back as we are. Let's sit my black ass back down. So yeah, moving on with that. We know how mad that is, but Arteta, that love story is for you. I just want my 3 points, build some momentum, make sure there's no injuries, and we maneuver. Man said DG got kidnapped. You're going mad. Could never. Well, anyone could, but you get the point. This Arteta era needs to amount to something seriously. You guys are so close yet so far. Imagine you never reach the pearly gates of success. And that's the biggest fear, because Arteta fucks off somewhere else, learns what he needs to learn this season, and applies the opposite in a positive way. The players, people can talk about how unlucky we are, how good we are, whatever, but at the end of the day, nothing's set in stone. And I actually believe in these players, bro. I think these players are good. I think Arsenal the last 3 years, whether it's on the field or off it, we've shot ourselves in the foot. That's no disrespect to Liverpool. That's no disrespect to City. That's the best thing and the worst thing. Before I look at what City or Liverpool have over us, over a 38-game calendar, we have shot ourselves in the foot. We have not brought the depth. We have not improved on the 11. We have carried certain players, that haven't got the job done. We haven't found ways of breaking down low blocks. We have not found solutions and plan Bs and whatnot. We have to a degree. I agree with Arteta in that most teams get these injuries and these things, they fall off a cliff. But that's the other side of that is that's cool. That's cool. I accept that. I'm not even, some Arsenal fans, they care about that. And it allows them to sleep at night. That's cool. That's amazing. That's great. I hear that. But the other side is, what is second? Unfortunately, second place is first loser. There's nothing to scream and shout about. I've seen my team win league titles. Fortunately, in my 29 years, I've seen a couple teams in the win the FA Cups in these Emirates era. Player for player, squad for squad. Even though I've been bitching about the squad, if you look at our strongest 11 when everyone's fit, regardless of what you even think about Trossard, Martinelli, Kai Havertz, this set of players, are they better or worse than the 2015 boys that won the FA Cup, or the 2014 boys that won it, or whatever year it was that we beat Chelsea with Monreal, Mertesacker, etc.? There's nothing set in stone. The Premier League is one thing which I think I'm dreaming, but I think we could have won one, let alone retained another. We could have won 2 of these 3 years. But if you think I'm being spoiled, it's fair to say we could have won 1 at least, and then the cups. Since we've won the FA Cup COVID years, we've been dead. We're not getting over the line. We're not setting things in stone, and we need to, more than anything, for us fans to have a flipping day out at Wembley and a flipping parade. And not that I think it will shut people up with Arteta, because the same people that are saying, "Oh, right, you ain't even won a league or FA Cup." We all know you can never win. The goalpost shift. You win that, but it's only that you ain't won a big one. Just create some history, create some mentality, because we're wasting things. This is the 3rd year now, and the one luxury I would say beyond everything, and anyone that's here on a regular basis, you know I don't do this happy thing for no reason. The one tonic I could say is Berta for one, the young players for another, but also I haven't seen the players down tools yet. Regardless of any context, you don't know what I'm talking about. When players start down in tools, Arteta needs to go tomorrow, regardless of what we think. But it's difficult to keep being second place for club and country and keep being in semi-finals and coming up last, or quarters and coming up last. How long before people are looking left? How long? I think next season, because Arteta is going to be here, he needs to have some new ideas and some new solutions and some new evolution. Because how many times, like at some point, we're going to have to consider, is the same approach going to get us the results we want? If you do the same things again and again, are you going to get something? And the players, they haven't down tools. They're clearly buying into it tactically. But how long before we need a voice or a freshen up? And I actually think as a club, we've done so well to get to this point. The minor things that we need to do on the recruitment, on the depth, you don't know what I'm talking about. The little things that are going to get us over the line. It's like now we've taken the foot off the gas. We're closer to what we want than we're like. It's like me, actually, where I look at my life. DG thought soon come out, people. I'm editing where I'm going to put the clip where I saw Ornstein and Smith Rowe and that. If I take myself, clearly, I want to get to 70K subscribers. We want to go as far as we can, yeah. So I'm like, I don't want to be here every day. You can't be motivated every day. You can't be on it every day. As I always say, I don't ask anything of my football club or any man or woman that I don't demand of myself, right? Sometimes I sit here, I'm like, right, I'm not getting anywhere. This one's a snake, that one's a snake, this is happening, that's happening. Then you have to stop and look at the picture. Am I closer to achieving my goals or further away? I'm probably closer than I am further. I've come this way. So 1, what the fuck do I look like? Pardon my French, quitting now. And 2, we're closer. And that's what I mean about Arsenal. We're literally closer to winning a league title or doing serious things than we're further away. So why are we not patterning how we need to pattern? Why are we not patterning how we need to pattern? Seriously. You get a striker, you get a left winger, you get a central midfielder. You can it's not as easy as this, because you can do all of this and we still don't win. But at least if I saw that in the summer and the depth was there, I would say fair enough. I don't think you can just blame recruitment, just blame owners, or just blame Arteta, or just blame the players. We're all involved in this together. The medical staff, it's a year of reflection. Arteta, it's a year of reflection. And speaking for Arteta, 90% of what we're doing, yeah, I like, 90% of it. We're living by the standards. I don't even like to say the standards that Arteta set. I think that we've reset because we're a big club. Arteta didn't install that. But it's like reminding a girl that she's beautiful. That's what Arteta has done. So he's reset it. He's installed what he's wanting to install. I think we're dying by our high standards. Unpopular opinion. I like the fact that we're quite defensive, because that there has to be a correlation with us getting clean sheets, more points on the board, and our top 6 record. So I like that. I like the fact that teams respect us and they do low blocks and everything. We get that respect now, regardless. But what I mean by it's us now, before I look at what other teams are doing, Arteta, can we find a solution? I couldn't tell you how to break down a low block, but it's your job to do that. We just need to move the ball quicker. We just need to find plan Bs. We just need to stop talking about all the things I just waffled about. And there's no guarantee, but we'd be closer. There's not a single Arsenal fan that can say we haven't shot ourselves in the foot. We got Saliba, we got Gabriel, we got Benjamin White and Timber. We prayed for one of these guys during the Emirates era, let alone a squad. We got Saka. Even the players we bitch about. We all want Zinchenko gone. We don't care if Kivior goes. We're frustrated with Tomiyasu. Gabriel Jesus can't stay fit. These are not bad players. So it goes back to the point I said earlier. When you look at the collective squad, is this squad /11 not good enough to win some trophies? Winners win and losers explain. We go again in it, but it's jarring, man. All right, big up Fam Zone TV Friday. Trench talk, we're there, man. Def have to relate it to real life, and it makes it easier to understand. It's true, man. It's true. You know, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and expecting different results. Exactly. And that's the unfortunate thing about our club. Like, I have no doubt they tried in January, they tried in the summer. There's probably little isms and schisms. If I was a fly on the wall, whether I worked with Ato and Edu, or if I was part of Mikel Arteta's coaching staff, I might look at things differently. But unfortunately, I'm not. We see all the statistics, we hear all the noise. We big, you know, in just speaking about Arsenal fan to Arsenal fan, there's civil wars. You talk about how good we are, how good the individuals are collectively, the gaffer. Why are we not getting over the line? I want something in history. And again, going back to the players, they've bought into what Arteta wants to do. Arteta's done what he's needed to do, but there's nothing, you know, like if we won a title or won a Prem, that little 24 hours of celebration, that feeling that you can't replicate unless you achieve that, it makes it all worth it. It's like us. Whatever your goals, hopes, dreams, aspirations, ambitions are in your life, you go through everything in life. Like somebody with their driving test, to be fair, how many times I do my driving test? Now I'm capping. I'm making out like I'm an idiot. Like I passed in the second round. But if we look at a driving test, let's just say I want to pass my driving test. I'm failing my theory bare times. I've done my test about 4 or 5 times. I haven't got my license. All those periods of adversity, when I eventually get over the line, that feeling of getting that accomplishment, you can't replicate that. Now it's a double-edged sword, because if and when Arteta exactly does that, he can't party. When we're on that open parade, he can't party. He can enjoy it for 5 minutes, you know, probably have another kid 9 months from now, but he's got to plan how we do that again. Such is the nature of the business, people. So yeah, I hope you get a warm return there. Apparently, AI said he's the best looking manager in the Prem. You know, they're the section of Arsenal fans that think Mikel Arteta, Calafiori, Bellerin, all these guys were sexy. That's their business. On Odegaard and Saka's connection. Now, you lot know me. I love Odegaard, but he needs to put on his big boy pants now. But that being said, you did see a reaction and a better, somewhat little moments when Saka came on, and relationships are key in football. Like we can't sit here and lie, in it, really and truly. But he said, yeah, for sure, that chemistry, that bond, that relationship is something very special. Obviously, we missed it. They played so many minutes and games together that flows naturally, flows in the right way. I think the qualities complement each other really, really well. And yeah, Martin has been exceptional again. The other day we had to play Ethan. He had made them assists. He contributed in his own way. So we have options. And now, hopefully, we're going to have more and more from here to the end of the season. And this is a jarring thing, yeah, because during the Emirates era, maybe not so much for the majority, but there has been periods before Mikel Arteta, and there's been periods now in that it's like you can find 5 reasons to be optimistic and 5 reasons to think, oof. And I can't lie, Arteta, I need you to deliver, bro. 6 years in the job next year. Whatever way we shape it, man, I've been sacked for less. And end of the day, whether it's all him or not, no put a gun to his head to take the job. Berta's not going anywhere. Cronkies are not going anywhere. Cronkies' companions are not going anywhere. Such is the nature of the business. Sacking the guy does not guarantee anything, but there has to be a fool, guys. Unfortunately, that's what happens. We know football's a weird game. When you win, man, like if we won 3-0 tomorrow, whatever, Saka this, Wanyeri that, Kivio, if he comes in, has a good game, that. If we lose 3-0, man are looking at the manager and the manager's tactics. That's the belly of the beast. That is a part of the beautiful game me, you, and all love, which is football, people. On the camaraderie and environment around the club, yeah, I can talk about what I've seen and the feeling I have. Me personally, every time I wake up in the morning, that I'm desperate to go through the doors and start to share our day with everyone, the staff, the players, everyone around the club. And that's a privilege that's been built between all of us, and hopefully will be sustained for many years. Word to Arsene Wenger, Arteta, big up you for the stamina and your motivation on imposing our game against Everton. Can we really? Because we should. I do think they're going to be deep and low blocks, but at the same time, they're at home. They might think Arsenal's a wounded animal. David Moyes is flying. We know what kind of game it is. It's one of them. The fans are going to live and breathe every kick. Tarkowski's going to be doing it. Boy, Tarkowski, after that Liverpool game and that Ukrainian left back they've got, I'm kind of nervous. Set pieces, and I'll be real, not even trying to make it all about Kivio. But Kivio, you're going to be in for a big day. Literally, the stream of the day, Gabriel Magalhaes got injured. If you care enough, go and watch that. What did I say when we was talking about Everton and and Real Madrid. I literally sat here and I said, I need Gabriel to play in that game because I know that's one where it might be decided by set pieces. And word to FamZone TV, make sure you're smashing the like buttons and subscribing to the man over there. It's a game for the trenches. 12:30 kickoff, Everton away. Respectfully to Everton, it's not quite Anfield. It's not St. James's Park. It's not one of them, but it is one of them grounds nobody likes going to. It's one of those. We had a significantly worse season for injuries than last season. However, it was those same games around New Year's time that we stumbled at. It's true. And I think we're just complacency and stagnation this year, because what really do you look back this year and think, wow, about? And I'm talking about in the terms of the tactics. Last year, different beast defensively. Year before that, Zinchenko inverted, Xhaka playing well, Partey doing his thing, Martinelli and Saka were not lopsided. We look a threat from both sides. In the final third, we was great. I said it last summer. I wanted us to take the attacking play of the first title challenge with last year. And I know it's not as white and black as this, but combined it and we keep it moving. This year, we're not really, it's just, we've just been chugging along. The manager, the recruitment staff, the players, just chugging along, really. And that can't be the case next year. Because last year has to be last chance saloon for a lot of these players. Potentially the manager. If your name's not better, he needs to prove as well. But you got a year, bro. But it is what it is, man. As much as I love my football club, I don't think we demand excellence. I think we'd like it. I think we'd like to be winners. I don't think we've demanded it. We've never been that team that wins every season. That should be the impossible dream, granted. But we have been a team that will win a league here and there, a cup here and there. And I don't understand why we haven't done that this year. I'd say the lowest moment for me would have been actually when we went out 2 cups in a week. Because you lot know me, I thought the league was a myth. I cut the club the most luxuries in the champs. The Champions League is the one I most want to win, but I don't think we're one of those teams. Hopefully I'm wrong. We beat Real Madrid. We keep it moving. Shout out to Kevin De Bruyne for leaving City. Big him up, but we don't really care about that. On if Real Madrid is a bigger game than Everton, we're not reading into that. On playing Declan Rice as a centre-half. We would, yeah, for sure. We tried against PSV away last season and he's played in that position and hopefully it won't be needed. But if it is, he's a player that is capable of doing that. On the hamstring injuries at Arsenal, no, I don't think it's specific to Arsenal. There's been over 100 hamstring injuries and it is a very difficult one to put a finger on or finger into just one motive, pardon me, that has caused that injury. It's multiple things because we had 4 and 4 of them are completely different. One is after 2 days off and I realized the session is stopping a shot. And I realized the session is stopping a shot. Is that about Kai Havertz in Dubai? The other one is after 3 consecutive matches in December. The other one is after playing for Brazil and having a few days off, bringing down 2 good sessions and then played the first game. So we really don't know. We're doing all the research and trying to understand how we can bring that probability down as much as possible, but it's still a bit early. There's probably deeper things, but I would say if we can't find that solution, can we just have a bigger squad and make sure the drop off? Like you might not find the Gabriel Magalhaes, but Magalhaes is here. Kivior's there. Can we find a man that's more like here? You might not be Magalhaes, but we could do a thing. I don't know, people. I know it's easy for me to say, but I'm just an armchair expert. Them men are in well-paid jobs, 15 million a year and whatnot. And it's a double-edged sword because clearly the game time, not just this season, but seasons for club and country for a lot of these players. But going back to what I said at the beginning, Arteta also said not training has had an effect on the muscle. So it's a double whammy, really. And it's one that's probably for people much smarter than me or you to do the research, innit? We can do the sample, I think, is very, very small because last year we were the best team in that aspect. Continue with the same mythology and altering things. It's true that this season where we started with a really short squad with some already injured players, which, again, alarm bell should have been ringing. Some injured players in the first 2 international weeks that really narrowed the team so much, put more load on the players, but that's the context that we're in. On hamstring injuries, ruling players out for longer periods, yes, because before it was okay, 2-3 weeks, you could handle it like this. When you're talking about months and surgery, that's obviously something very different. I mean, it doesn't surprise me that Martinelli, Kai Havertz, Saka in particular, have had hamstring knocks. It doesn't with Gabriel Magalhaes, but I'll be real, it feels like Gabriel Magalhaes' one is slightly different, but it's of the same thing. More games, smaller squad, running man into the ground, it's going to happen. I don't want to get into the Tarkowski thing. On if players need to take a stance on not having time to train muscles appropriately. Again, let's see. As I said, I think the sample is still very small. There are worries that we're going to be playing more and more games by the way it looks, especially in the next 2 seasons. We're going to have to address it a lot. I think players as well, they have changed their lifestyles a lot. They are more professional. The demands are there. But the thing is not going to change. The Premier League intensity is going to go higher. It has been much higher in the last 2 years. In terms of the spring, the peak is incredible, and it's going to continue to go that way. So we're probably catching up a little bit because we didn't expect that to grow that fast, but we have to adapt to it. Again, I keep saying this, and I must be a broken record. There's a wider discussion about player welfare. You're seeing the Nations League, the Champions League's been expanded, Club Championship been expanded, that Chelsea and City, all the man they are in. Going back to the COVID years, you had back-to-back international tournaments. The people that control football, unfortunately, the TV rights, they're not going to care. They're going to run players into the ground. So we can cry or we can attempt to try solutions, people. On if Gabriel gets the credit he deserves, he should, as should William Saliba. We definitely need people to stand up. Sanderberg aired me after the game, but suck him on, Sanderberg. I don't care what he said. On if Saka needs to start tomorrow to get minutes under his belt ahead of Madrid, yes, that's a possibility. We're going to decide tomorrow. We know he's starting. What's the best option for that? Because it's not only him involved. We have a lot of pieces to move and some players that they know they're going to be able to finish the game. So it's a lot to decide. On Saka, he said he needs exposure and he's going to have exposure. He played 30 minutes the other day. He felt really well. He scored a goal and he wants more. He's clear in the last 2 days. He's demanding more, wants more. So that's a good sign. On how he'll convince Marino to go back into midfield. I already did that because I played him as an 8 the other day when we brought Leao in. So we discussed that. He's a joy to work with. And that's one of the reasons why we wanted to bring him to the club, because he's so versatile. Come on, Gaffer. Come on, cut the crap. He is versatile, but you never in your wildest dreams expected him to play up front. But credit to the guy. He's done what he can in it, and he's in a rich run of form, and definitely hope against Everton and Madrid it continues. And I will say a couple of the finishes Marino has scored, with the greatest of respect to Kai, I don't think he pulls them off. He's very intelligent and he loves the game and he understands the game. And the reason why we have certain players to do what we want them to do, Mikel understood immediately, explaining his qualities and what the team needs in the moment and how he can benefit from being in those positions and demanding that role he can do as a number 9 with his qualities, not comparing to anyone else, and judge his performances on that basis. And since then, I think he's been really good. Okay, fair enough. This season is tiring. It is. Smash the like button if you haven't. Funny how Gabriel got an extended break in a long while and gets the worst hamstring injury the first game back. This season is tiring, like running cross country or something. Damn. Smash the like and sub if you're new. DG, if we had someone at the club that puts immense pressure on everyone with the club to do better as well as Arteta would do better, we're comfortable, man. We should go low block for low block versus Everton. Show them who the low block final boss really is. I hear that. Big up, DG. Love your channel. Paul, appreciate you. Appreciate you, my dude. I passed the first time. Oh, look, I passed my driving test the first time. I'm so amazing. My Jenna DG. No trench talks tonight. Oh, man. The likes need to be up. That's upsetting. I'm looking forward to it today. Damn. Quite vexed, but it's calm, man. We go again next week. Goodison Park early kickoff game is never nice. Arteta's only won 1 of the last 4 versus Moyes. Well, he better extend that, man. Different injuries suffered in 2024-25. Arsenal groin injury, 2 shoulder injuries, ankle injury, calf injury, 3 muscle injuries, 6 thigh injuries, 3 knee injuries, 6 foot injuries, head injury. Yeah, we've had madness, man. Evening DG and all the legends in the chat. I agree with Foxy. Everton away early is going to be a bottle. I'll take a point. I'll be real. I'll take a point. But it's going to be dark, man. Everton's run of 9 consecutive Premier League games unbeaten came to an end against Liverpool, which really shouldn't have happened, really. But they're in good form, man. They're in very good form. Allegedly, Romano has said Arsenal are informed on Gyokeres' situation. They have a very good relationship with his agents. Andrea Berta appreciates the player, also aware of the finances, 65 to 70 million euros. If Isak is not available, he's still part of the conversation. Talk all you want about Isak, but keep your hands off. We're not going to read all of this, and we know we're not getting Isak, but why not? There are a few things you really need to know about Alexander Isak. He's very good. He's not yours. You can't have him no matter how much you talk about having him. He's not for sale. You can't afford him. Even if he was for sale and you could afford him, you still can't have him. I thought, oh my God. Newcastle have won the league. Come on, all right. 0.7 is not strictly relevant here. It's just fun to write down. You know what? What I would say, George, is it George Corkin? I like to see personality when journalists type in it, and it's nice to see that. Like, it's not mundane. I just want to skip to the Arsenal things. Like, credit to Newcastle and my man in it. Like, yeah, we know PSR is something Newcastle and all clubs got to look at. Eagles was also asked about Isak's continually being linked with other clubs like Arsenal, Liverpool, PSG, and Barca. We have the ambition to be a top club. Newcastle already are a top club. So there's a sense of annoyance because we're already almost seen as that next category down. So it's free game to talk about our players. Everyone talks about everyone, mate. Really and truly. Where's the Arsenal stuff? We know Arsenal not getting him. Newcastle want to be Arsenal. Newcastle want to be Arsenal. They want to be better than Arsenal. They don't want to help Arsenal. And it's difficult to see how selling Isak could truly benefit them long term. In spite of the money it would bring, when buying truly elite forwards is notoriously problematic and expensive, Gordon, Gomares, and Tonali have all become top players under Eddie Howe if they weren't before. But Isak is the one who's irreplaceable. That's great. I mean, this is just a big up Newcastle. But unfortunately, this is turned into a Newcastle wankfest, in it. So I'm just trying to skip through and go through stuff, people. We know Isak has 3 years on his deal. Newcastle want to keep him to stay. Whether they get Champions League or not is going to tip the balance. I think regardless of if they get Champions League, he's going to stay, people. So bit of a nonsense article there. But yeah, Arsenal allegedly drop out of the Isak race as Newcastle United get excited about next move. Arsenal are ready to move on. Obviously, we're linked with, ironically, his fellow Swedish international in Gyokeres, people, who Andrea Berta's arrival has made Gyokeres a really strong contender to join Arsenal this summer, which wasn't necessarily the case prior. Big up for the Newcastle segment. Come on, man, I've got time for Newcastle, even though your fans on social media starting to piss me off, but people like yourself, it's calm, man. Big club, it's nice to see. I mean, you lot had Mike Ashley, and now look at you. Hopefully keep us in your prayers, man. Maybe one day we got a Saudi Arabian don that's saying, you know what, DG, forget YouTube, come be a scout. Who do you want? You want to buy Isak for 200 million? Go on, I'm dreaming, in it. Let's wake up now. There's Mikel Marino at home, in it. It's like when you ask your mom for McDonald's and there's McDonald's at home, it's not the same. But nonetheless, the Italian rates him extremely highly, dating back to his time at Atletico Madrid. Again, the ITKs of this world are saying it's our understanding Arsenal have been granted permission from Sporting to explore personal terms with the camp of Gyokeres. Hassan Setankaya, who is also a long-term friend of Mikel Arteta, will now discuss key factors on the player's side with Andrea Berta. Andrea Berta is pushing for Viktor Gyokeres to be strongly considered to lead the Arsenal attack next season, with interest first being reported by David Ornstein. It's crucial to stress Arsenal are merely laying extensive groundwork for a strong candidate. The new sporting director wants to ensure the club have multiple options to choose from when the time comes. So are we trying to see if we can dot I's and cross T's for Sesko, for Gyokeres? Maybe, just maybe, if Isak becomes available. I don't know, people, what's going to happen in that regards, man. Apparently, Arsenal have been granted permission from Sporting to explore personal terms with Gyokeres and his reps. Arsenal are laying extensive groundwork on the deal as Andrea Berta wants the club to have multiple options to choose from this summer, which is great, but you're going to have to pick one and do one. Ornstein said Arsenal's long-running pursuit of Nico Williams based on Mikel Arteta's desire to sign him is well documented. A recruit in that position has been on the agenda for some time, and it remains the case. Clearly, it seems like Arsenal will try again, but this is a highly challenging deal to do, and there is no guarantee it happens. William is expected to be more open to a move in 2025 than previously. No guarantee we're going to get any of these dons. They're all going to be wanted by everyone. Smash the like button, by the way, people. But we have to try, man. Tell a friend about the channel. Mikel Marino, the new Marouane Fellaini, and it's dark, innit? I'm 28 tomorrow, DG. Happy birthday, first things first. Ooh, being born on the same day as Arsenal is crazy. Oh, you're Aries as well. My guy. Big up the Aries. Nathan, I like you a bit more now. I can't banter you no more. I'm an uncle and reach uncle status myself. You're a shameless guy. How are you 28? You're a year younger than me and you was running the uncle jokes. I don't even know how the uncle jokes run. I guess I'm getting older and people getting younger, but yeah, man, it's getting mad. You got Auntie Karma in the chat as well. Yeah, quite nice. Even though she's horrible in the chat, in moderator. And when anytime Jess is here, she forgets that she's a DG Nation member and starts, breading. But you know how women are. Yes, I wanted this. Is such a steal if we get Gyokeres for 65 million euros. Leaves us more money to stock up on other targets. Do you know the mad thing is? I think he's on like 40, 50 grand a week. Now, we know him being 26, if his agent is half decent, you're definitely going to get a lot more at Arsenal. But it could play around. 42 here, true unk talk from me. 42, big up yourself, Mike. Are you bold? Who's bold in the chat? Get the signings in the first week of the window opening. Let's have a proper preseason. Amen, brother. And yeah, on behalf of myself and everyone, Happy birthday. Of course you're getting attacked, Karma, man. Happy birthday, man. Enjoy that, Nathan. I don't know. I hope Arsenal doesn't do anything for you. Bro, older than Moses. You're silly, man. Arsenal will have to put Nico Williams in their highest bracket of earnings if they are to sign him this summer, the Telegraph Sport understands. The players' reps would expect Williams to be placed in the same brackets as Martin Odegaard, Kai Havertz, Declan Rice and Saka, who are believed to be earning in the region of 250 grand a week. Now, we know Saka's basic wage is about 190. We don't know with the bonuses and that everyone's thing is different, but Saka isn't there yet. But naturally, if you're Nico Williams and you're moving to the Premier League or Barcelona, you're not taking no wage cut. If you're moving to Arsenal, you want to get your P's. That's obviously going to have ramifications on what we do, because assuming for realistically all the players we know we want gone, you might be able to bring in Williams and Gyokeres and this one and that one in the first week, but we know it's not realistic that is going to happen, or we're going to move people over. But let's just assume we got Nico Williams and we got Gyokeres, especially Nico Williams. Yeah, you focus on Nico Williams. He's on like 200 odd grand. On paper, you still got Zinchenko earning 150. You've just given Mikel Marino 130k a week. Gabriel Jesus ain't going nowhere. He's on 265k and he's injured. Then you might give Saka a new deal, Magalhaes a new deal, Saliba a new deal. We need to get the wages under control, man. You have to pay people. I mean, David Ornstein has said Arsenal's long-running pursuit of Williams based on Mikel Arteta's desire to sign him is well documented. Recruiting that position has been on the agenda for some time, and it remains the case. I have no reason to doubt the reports of a meeting taking place between his agent and AB, Andrea Berto. However, that is pretty normal. You'd be more surprised if meetings with reps of targets were not happening. Clearly, it seems like Arsenal will try again. I doubt they'll be alone. The likes of Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Chelsea and Liverpool are among the many clubs to have considered and or pursued him. But this is a highly challenging deal to do, and therefore there is no guarantee it happens. There is a release clause in the region of 60 million that needs to be paid in full. So clearly we're going to try and bargain that down, plus a healthy salary. We've reported some time ago that Williams is expected to be more open to a move in 2025 than previously. However, he's still only 22 and his ties to AB, Atletico Bilbao, and their culture very strong. Not an easy one. I understand the pull to the club, but to the coach, why for that, man? I feel old. I turned 20 this year. Pelzer, shut the fuck up, man. Pardon my, like, man said he feels old. He's 20. You're 20. Brother, go and learn as many skills that help your personal and private life as quick as you can. Bro, you're 20. You're 20. Take it from me. Your 20s will go like that, bro. It will go like that. So make your mistakes now. Do what you need to do. Just shut up, man. Man, you're 20, bro. Shut up, man. Shut up, man. Big up you, but shut up, man. Man said I feel old. 20. Shut up, man. Young lad. Big up everyone. Been a minute. Yeah, man. Kareem, you've been missing. Smash the likes. Man, I feel old. I'm 20. You're a young lad, man. Do your thing, bro. To be 20 again. I'll swap places. Basque players are notoriously hard to get out of the culture there. To be fair, it's a beautiful part of the world. I hear that. Man said he's old at 20. Trust, hard life, bro. And the thing is, before he blinks next, he's going to be 30. So you look and laugh at, man. He's on the second floor. He's got time. If I could go back to being 20 right now with the knowledge I have, I'd be a billionaire. Trust. Put every penny I got into that Bitcoin shit. But Gyokeres for 65 million euros is a great buy. Run that as soon as the window opens. Mac told them again, man. We're all millennials. Am I millennial? 95. Yeah, we are. That's the. Yeah. We're millennials, isn't it? We're millennials. Someone said that. Well, Mike said he's 42. I think Max said he's 36. Them man are unks, man. You lot got your freedom passes yet? It's nice to, because people saying it to me. It's nice to swing it over to you lot. Pause. Get the signings in the first week of the window opening. Let's have a proper preseason. Amen. I can't lie. If you're feeling old at 20, just give up less of that. Let's not judge DG. Man could have had little Wayne's life. I'm 31 and real talk, my life has just begun. Life truly begins at 30. I hope so, because we need to get 70k subs. We need financial freedom. We need to reach our goals, and we need what's understood don't need to be explained. Brownings and that. Yeah, man, get your bus pass, man. Get your bus pass. You look, get your bus pass. If you're not bold, it's calm. And if you're bold, it's calm. Turkey around the corner. Reece Nelson is back at Arsenal's training centre to proceed with his recovery from his hamstring surgery. He's surely leaving Arsenal again in the summer transfer window. I mean, he's injured and he's on 100 bags. I don't know what I'm going to do on my 20th November. I'm just going to chill. Bro, enjoy it, man. Go out with your friends. Enjoy it. I need to close these deals and start figuring out how to sell the Deadwood Trust. How do you flog Zinchenko? How do you flog Kivior? And the list goes on. It's all fun and games saying to us they're not good enough, but some are on big wages that they might not get elsewhere. Some might actually believe that they can make it at Arsenal. Like, for argument's sake, if you're Zinchenko, what if you have a good preseason or you have a good end to the season and you want to hold on to just what you're saying? Hold on, Lewis Skelly, he's a young lad. Calafiori picks up knocks. This season must have shown the club that you shouldn't make hasty decisions for depth. I reckon I can nick my spot back on 150 bags a week, get my loyalty bonus if I see out the deal. I've won 3-4 Premier League trophies. These lot ain't. There's something to help them. I don't know, but even guys like that, Lokonga needs to go. Lokonga, I reckon Lokonga, Zinchenko, Trossard are probably the ones I'm like, yeah, you lot are gone because you got a year left. You haven't heard anything. Marquinhos, if someone's stupid enough to buy him, why not? It's true, though. Nothing really changed after 30, apart from the odd lower back ache and feeling here. I'm kind of shook, though, because I know nothing changes, but it's like, damn, man. What now? I would say I feel a lot better because I just feel for myself in the last year, or maybe like 8 months, I think God has been guiding me to turn 30. I'd just say more than anything, got a lot of clarity in my life. Like, it's like Bukayo Saka, like, you know, you've played left back and all of that, but it's like now you know you're a right winger, you're the star boy, all of that. It's kind of that angle. I think like some clarity, man. Add Tierney and Partey. Well, to be fair, Partey, Tierney, Jorginho, Neto, Sterling, they're the only ones we know are not going to be at the club next year. We all forgot about Marquinhos. He probably forgot about himself. Life really does, DG. What I could go into is deep, but trust me, stay fit and healthy and work on your purpose. Stay consistent with that and watch your new man. Watch you're a new man in 6 months. I promise. I hear that. I had to read that again because you said you're a new man. I read that different. I was about to say pause. Learn how to program if you're 20. Learn how to do all that AI shit, bro. That shit taking over the world, bro. We've been linked with Anthony if you want Friday last people. Apparently Zubimendi would prefer to join Real Madrid this summer, but recognizes that Arsenal are making more of an effort to sign him, people. Pardon me, we're still linked with Gyokeres. Apparently, he's reportedly ready to join us this summer following productive talks with Mikel Arteta's side. He's expected to secure a big money transfer during the upcoming transfer window. Apparently, we've intensified our pursuit in recent weeks following the appointment of Burr as new sporting director. Sesko and Isaac are also on our radar, although it's a myth getting Isaac. Sesko, I reckon we can still do that. Apparently, TBR Football have claimed that a move to Arsenal is hugely appealing to Gyokeres and he's ready to identify the Emirates Stadium as his first choice destination this summer. In addition, TalkSport have confirmed that Gyokeres is open to joining the North London Giants as he's been impressed by the club's project. Come join us, my brother. Come and join us. Chelsea and Juventus are also keen on landing him this summer. However, while Man United remain interested in signing the Sweden stars, Amorim aims to reunite with the former. I don't want to hear from you, Amorim. Your thing is not lit over there. Like, we've got problems. You lot are not lit. You lot are not lit. Bring him. I know we ain't getting Kudus, but you lot know how much I love him. Apparently, he's once again set to become one of the major talking points of the transfer window. Before I begin, we'll carry on better, yeah. Kudus, Mitoma, Semenyo, there's Cunha, there's defo a next one. I'm not saying you lot would say their first choices for you lot, but would you lot take them at Arsenal? I only say that because they've all been linked with Saudi. You keeping Partey or not? I would, because I like Zubimendi. I do think I would like having Mikel Merino in the squad, Partey in the squad, Rice in the squad. Wait, let me start again. Zubimendi, Partey, Rice, Merino. I think that's kind of cool. I might be missing out one. Obviously, Lewis Skelly can get minutes there. Maybe Odegaard and Wanyeri, they can play eights and do those sort of things. For the wages, if I'm Partey, honest to God, I'm not taking a cut, so I'm probably going to leave, whether that's back to Spain or getting paid by Saudi. I don't want to speculate or take it there, but had Partey, the off-field stuff, I think that plays a part. On ability, yeah, and he's played well, but then even that, like, is it a case of Partey's here to stay? Because I look at Partey, he's been good for us since he signed for us. But how many seasons have you seen a prolonged good Thomas Partey? I reckon 2022-23, first year when he was playing Xhaka Zinchenko's debut season. And this year, other than that, he's been good in games. I've always said my thing with Partey is clearly your availability. Generally, you haven't been available. And he's been good a lot of the times, but he hasn't been great enough. There's been a couple of games where you're like, Partey's ran the show, more so this season. I don't think that's been been the case generally throughout his time here, man. Apparently, Arsenal were interested in a Ghana international's cover for Saka during January. We were put off by Kudus' 120 million euros asking price. Liverpool allegedly are keen. Apparently, clubs from continental Europe will be able to sign Kudus for 80 million. I'll be honest, could have grabbed him from Ajax. There's a case that Arsenal striker search is being driven by different aspects of the club. Arteta admires Isaac. Berta is a fan of Gyokeres. Edu's pre-existing department are working on Benjamin Sesko. Arsenal and Spurs have held talks with Sane. We've also seen reports that Bayern Munich are close to getting him to sign a new 3-year deal. We've gone over Zubamendi before, but Arsenal have been monitoring Zubamendi for years now and have been attentive to his desire. Aito has gone to great lengths surrounding the situation. Arsenal are now working on the basis that he'll come to North London. As many as there's reports about Zubamendi leaving Sociedad for Real Madrid, there's also reports that there's confidence that Arsenal will get it done. But at the end of the day, until man are holding shirts, ironically, I was just talking about Partey. One of Partey's best performances, him and El Nene wearing this at Old Trafford. But until he's holding shirts, I grew up watching Cesc Fabregas and this and that, and I wanted to link up with David Raya, Mikel Moreno, Mikel Arteta, etc., and all the coaching dons. It's was. Garcia apparently had his bags packed last summer on deadline day to move to Arsenal. He's still being linked with us, people. There's been 119 hamstring injuries in the Premier League, an average of 4 injuries to the muscle each round of fixtures. So Arsenal, we can bitch about our issues. There's something deeper. And I'm sure if we were to look at other leagues, there might be something. My point is whether we should only care about Arsenal for all football clubs and players. The fat cats that decide this game and look at it as a product, they don't care about these players. They'll run them into the ground. Another reason why I say personally, in a world of football where you got football clubs, TV, media houses, if anyone deserves the riches, it's these, man. Because if every footballer of every club in every league says, fuck it, we're not playing no more, I would still stream, but I don't know what we'd be streaming. We'd have to just start watching trash TV or something. David Ornstein has said, I could only see a centre-back arriving at Arsenal if there's a departure. The obvious name that springs to mind is Kivior, but we've been here before. He generates interest, especially from Italy, but so far, nothing has come to fruition. Tierney and potentially Zinchenko leaving would theoretically create space to strengthen at left-back, but the presence of Calafiori and Lewis Skelly means that is by no means certain, folks. We've been linked with Eze. What are you lot saying? Do you do it? Do you not? Can play off the left, play in the 10, play in the 8, Premier League proven, former Arsenal man, English. Are we having him? Arsenal and Liverpool are both competing to sign Eze, who would be available for 60 million due to a release clause in his Crystal Palace contract. Now, as I said on Dan Potts' channel, where you look at Zubamendi, Garcia, Eze, Gyokeres even, Sesko, Nico Williams, that's 5-6 names, isn't it? They've all got a release clause. Now, you'd be naive if you think Arsenal are going to pay even one of those up front. But that tells us, once again, there's a ballpark figure. Can we negotiate around it? Clearly, Crystal Palace are on this, whoever pays to the highest bidder and whatnot. It seems like Zubamendi, Nico Williams, Gyokeres, or players in those positions are greater priorities than signing Eze. If there's money left over and we feel like it, then I think you might get Eze or attempt for Eze or Acuna and players of this ilk. Would love the guy. Apparently, Manchester City have accused the Premier League of distorting the competition to favour Arsenal and other rival clubs. City claim the Gunners have had unfair advantage by benefiting from 249 million in shareholder loans, in 2022-23. All of you do dirty stuff. Let's not act like our club is Rosie or anyone else. We all Mr. 113, 14, 15 charges. All of them have dirty hands saying they're clean. You don't get to be billionaires, and from some of you are older than me, you don't remember when Sky Sports started and whatnot. Grow the package from where it is then to now, to where it is now, without being cold and ruthless. All of you lot have dirty hands and crying that the other one. All of you lot claim your hands are clean and you're with a really all dirty. We've gone over this already, people. At this point, I just want to see people sign, man. Apparently 11 stars could be potentially leave Arsenal. So is it not a rebuild if 11 players? We know 11 is not going to move people, but I do think there's more players that you'd probably let go. You definitely want to let go of, Jorginho, Tierney, Partey, Neto, Sterling. They're all gone. Do you not want Lokonga gone? Yep. Tavares gone? Yep. Vieira, probably, whether that could happen or not. You'd be open to Kivior and Zinchenko. Fans have lost patience and they're injured, but Gabriel Jesus and Tomiyasu, there's probably more players we would sell than keep. If it was Nelson as well, if it would just keep or sell, not we need to keep people because we got a small squad and all those isms and schisms. Just would you keep these players? Like 5 years from now, what players could you see last in the distance? It's Lewis Skelly, Wanyeri, Saka, Gabriel Magalhaes, Saliba, Rice, couple of those, give or take. Don't know though, man. And are Arsenal contract renewals as important as new summer signings? Yes. Developing, training, and retaining talent is as important as bringing in key players. Oh, well, I can't read it if it's going to do that. But striker is a priority, but not only priority position. They have long wanted a wide attacker / winger. Midfield needs to be addressed. They're going to need 1 or 2 goalkeepers, with Neto going back and Setford potentially being loaned. Need to do that, man. There's no point these young players being second and third choice. If you want to cry, here it is. Gabriel Magalhaes soon back, man. Player of the season. This season's been dark, innit? I don't know why I was typing in Ballers League here, but let's see if there's any Arsenal-related news. Anything that's not Nico Williams and Zubamendi and Gyokeres is getting boring now, man. Link us with Lionel Messi or something. Look, see, Nico Williams. What's this? You know, fuck it. I know I said Gyokeres, but fuck it. Shush, man. Chloe Kelly withdraws from England squad through injury. Sure, even the galley are getting injured. What's going on, man? There's a bug going around at the Emirates. Sporting's cut price fee for Arsenal and Man United target Gyokeres as Portuguese club make thank you gesture. Sporting Lisbon are willing to sanction the sale of Viktor Gyokeres at a cut price fee as a thank you gesture, according to a report. You lot are better than me, boy. Fuck that. Like, we're selling. There's salary first conscience there. This is business. Like, shit. Anyways, Gyokeres has become one of Europe's hottest talents following a superb return of 43 goals in 43 appearances in all comps thus far in 2024-25. His release clause is set at 85 million. He's got a deal until 2028. And since he stayed put at Sporting over the January window, the club are reportedly set to grant Gyokeres his wish of securing a big move away from Portugal. The Portuguese giants are willing to sanction his sale at a fee between 55 and 70 million euros. Well, pounds actually, as a thank you. 70. Do that for 50, 55. Stop acting. 56 and call it quits. Arsenal, I like Gyokeres. There's no need to be paying 70 if they're on this. Why pay more if you don't need to? Doesn't make sense. It's been reported Gyokeres obviously favours a move to Arsenal over United this summer as he wants to continue playing Champions League. Arsenal have reportedly developed, and we've gone over that with Berta. We all know Gabriel Jesus and Kai Havertz have their own issues. When available, Kai often gave a good account of himself and contributed 15 goals. If we're living or dying by Kai Havertz bagging goals, then that tells you everything, innit? Respectfully to Kai, because it's not his fault. But get the point. You get the point. Big Gabby, what ish luck we had this season, man. Off topic, but when the dating show happens, are you going to do a watch along? Fuck it, why not? Why not? That guy I mentioned a couple of times in the past, I see links to Arsenal, Mohamed Amoura. I don't rate him, you know. I think he's good, but I'm not on it. I'll hold my hands up if he bangs somewhere. I'm not on it. Could be for the squad, but we're never the finished article. I don't see this as a rebuild. True. Whether people want to say it or not, it's a rebuild. There's a lot of players to recruit and plenty of new dynamics to understand. About 6 or 7, I think. I wouldn't mind Eze, but chat will probably have their foot on my neck, but I think he ends up at Spurs. I think he does. And to be honest with you, was it last season or the year before? His agents and that, and actually Eze, they were there watching Spurs, and it just feels like a typical Spurs sign. That says everything about him if he wants to sign for Tottenham Hotspur, but you get the point. At least spread out the games and make the season slightly longer so fixtures are not too congested. They don't want to do that. They want to get as many games in as less time as possible. They will simply say, and I know this because the La Liga Don, is it Tapas or whatever said it? He just says to these clubs, get a bigger squad, which is right on one hand, but he's disingenuous on the other. Berta has a lot to do. May have to buy us a new centre-back, backup, a goalkeeper backup, a left winger, a midfielder, maybe another left-back, and maybe more. He's got a lot to do this summer, but how much can really get done, man? Players were sounding the alarm before the season even started. This isn't a surprise. You buy Kudus when he was at Ajax. You don't buy him from West Ham now, just not value for money. Buy him from the Prem. Tell them again, please. Can't lie, this summer is looking mad. Spanish Madrid fans on socials begging Perez to sign Zubi. There you have it. Our squad is small. We're already losing 3 players to the end of the contract. We can't afford to sell anyone because whoever we sell, it will cost more to replace. We're going to be light next season. I think the dream of getting Kudus is over. I see him maybe going to Bayern. He just screams Saudi for some reason. He just go get paid, man. One love to all the mods for real. This season has to be the most injury-free it's been for years. Trust, and it's with his deal running down. And how typical would it be in football, yeah, that Partey signs a new deal and then next season he reverts back to type. I'd keep him, but I think getting the big wages off the books is too enticing. I think that's what they're going to do. It will be a Sociedad reunion with Zubi, Marino, Odegaard, and Isaac. If Kudus don't go to a top team, I can see him going Saudi. Same. Kudus would have been great for us, but I definitely want to see Nico Williams. I just have this gut feeling he'll ball out for us. I just have a good feeling about him. Getting Sesko and Gyokeres would probably be cheaper than trying to get Isaac. It's true. And I'm not against you. In an ideal world, you got Martinelli, you got Kai mixing and blending in the squad. You've got Gyokeres, you've got your protege in Sesko. And did I mention Nico Williams? But I can't see 2 wingers and a striker coming in. I can't see it. Really can't see it. I can't see 2 strikers. It'd be lovely though. I'm not playing in my 30s. My 30s would be to make the rest of my life easier. I'm on that. Marquinhos can't even start for Carrizo. 7 minutes off the bench with Balassi. Shot that, man. Gyokeres is the man. I've been following him for 2 years now. Get it done. Get over the line. And I know, DG, I was proper shameless bantering you. I was a year younger. You're shameless. Are girls really the downfall of men? Please give me some wisdom while I'm young. Yeah, but we do it to ourselves. You can look at it 2 ways, man. Having the right woman can, like, because I've definitely been in situations. I've always been motivated and, like, yeah, I've never been a girl clown, but I've definitely had women in my life that push you to do better, that inspire you to do better, that help you and all of those kind of things. But some man chase gal too much. Chasing gal and, like, it's all fun and games. This one on a date, slamming this one, that one. It's going to leave you broke and it's going to distract you from things. And also, there's some man get in a relationship with a woman, it breaks up. They don't know how to step away, so they'll follow her to the end of time. So yeah, it can ruin you, man. Like it can. You need to just be stoic, bro. Like, yeah, bro. Life really does, DG. What I could go into is too deep, but sorry, seen that already. Yeah, girl can ruin you, bro. You can get lost in the source very easily. You can get lost in the source very easily. I've been that. Lost in the source. DJ, you confident we get Gyokeres? What is confidence? I don't understand the question. How can I be confident about something I don't know the dynamics? But am I confident in Berta's ability to pitch Arsenal in a successful way? You know, we're second despite all the injuries. We've been aspiring to, you know, win the league. And yes, we've come up short, but we've been playing a juggernaut in City and a very experienced Liverpool side. So anything's possible. And obviously the London aspect and all that. I think so. But again, half of these players we're linked with, we're not going to have a free hit at them. Smash the likes and subscribe. It costs nothing. Players have to develop new relationships and understandings with each other. A lot of things will be new. True. DJ, I swear every time I'm tuning in, it's just some old transfer links. We're all bored about the same links. Amen. Is she all lost? Yeah, man. Why don't you rate Amoro? He'll end up in the Prem. I like him. What I mean by don't rate is I don't think you're a level raiser. I'd have you in the squad. I like your technical level. I like your link-up play. I think other than that, it's like... I agree. It's a rebuild. Lots of outgoings and hopefully some talented incomings as starters as well as squad depth. I'll help you. The wrong woman will be a downfall, but you must have your boundaries and stick to them. Don't make the mistakes I made and compromise. It always ends up badly. Some wisdom for you. True. And also, the same way you get them is the same way you'll lose them. And also, like, zero tolerance. The first violation you see or the first dodgy movement, step away. Because I've been in situations where, again, I'm talking too much, but girls have cheated on their boyfriend with me. You think I'm going to wife you? You're going mad because you're going to do that to me. And I would say, don't ever think it can't be you. Don't ever think your thing is different, innit? And I would say, big up the women out there, but I would say, not even the most humbling, because I knew this already, but it's not that you're all the same, but no one's special. Nobody's special. Like, I'm not special, you're not special. No one's special. Everyone's special, but no one's special. None of the women are special, bro. They all look nice. They all talk the same. And for some man keep trying to find... Like they might come out of a long-term relationship and try and find the same woman in a different girl. Just heal, bro. Focus on yourself, bro. I'd say for us, it's more harsher, man. We need DG presenting this Emirates dating thing. I might say, take your hat off, DG. Barber must be on holiday. Sharp, man, because Marcel Sharp. Happy Friday to you. Next week, watch. I know your baby mum likes me. Max Dowman in the squad next year. What do you think? I think he'll make a debut next year. But he's going to be, what, even at that point, 16. Also, don't chase women. There's always a prettier bird around the corner, and don't get addicted to women either. To be fair, if you can't be addicted to women, what can you be addicted to in this world? Yeah, 6 years being better than I was yesterday, but come on now. There's Brownings and that. It's difficult, man. It's difficult. Apparently, Burr at Atletico had a big turnover of players, so we'll see how it does in the window. True, but it's too much to do in one window. What do you think about Postecoglou mugging off the Spurs fans? Brother, Armani, he's a dickhead because he thought he was wavy. Like, oh, look at me now, I'm a good manager. Chatting VAR was like, yeah, you pussy, hold that. Don't smash another person's partner. That's bad religion. Trust, yeah, don't do that, man. That's horrible, bro. It's horrible, man. Like, anyone that would do that, I wouldn't do that. That's horrible. I know it's super early days, but the likes of Ethan and MLS are making me rethink the too early thing. It's true, man. DJ sin like crazy. I ain't sinned, bro. What? I did not say anything. You did not catch me say anything. I said trust. You shouldn't do that, bro. Like, you shouldn't do that, bro. If Odegaard puts it on the plate and someone's 1v1 with the keeper, do you need to finish? Do you want your striker to finish? If you're a striker, you're not going to score goals. You shouldn't, though, man. It's crazy, man. I didn't say anything. But it's bad. So bad. DG, why not play the under-21 kids? Arteta don't rate them, man, there. So it's a myth. It's an absolute myth. So it's not going to happen, is it? Like, it's not going to happen. But with that being said, I am going to run the goal because I've got another stream to be a part of, people. Big up you lot. I actually thought we'd be here for half an hour, but I love you lot too much. Don't forget, 11:30 a.m. UK time, Everton versus Arsenal watch-along business. Pardon me, I'm trying to get like a reaction panel together so we can react to the Everton game and talk Arsenal. If that is not the case, then we'll just watch Aston Villa, Nottingham Forest tomorrow. This guy, what? What have I done? What did I do? And Gally out there that think I'm a good guy and want me, I am a good guy and want to DM me. I promise you, this is just a character. I'm acting. I'm so good, so good. I could never smash my friend's girl. Your guy, I'm mad. People get beaten up for that. I've got morals. But if I don't know you, I don't owe you nothing. That's for you to deal with, bro. We can be here all day. Like it's a cold world, isn't it? It's a cold world. It's a cold world. And I always think if she was on the other foot, which you could never, yeah, they would do it. It's what it is, man. What do you want me to do, bro? Do you want me to do, man? But yeah, before this turns into some crazy inquest for some reason, I'll leave you lot to do. You lot need to sign up for the Arsenal dating shows. But yeah, smash the like button. Check out the other content.
Against this right back, Charlie's definitely.